one thing that I have come to appreciate about social media is that, in as much as social media has a lot of its cons, a lot of its downs, more than we can see the ups that it has, especially with how society is going. Everything is just it's catastrophic, and honestly, like, I mean, I would not say that we don't know that these things would happen. I mean, the Bible speaks about all these things that are yet to happen in the last days and that are happening already, that we already see happening now. And so it should not come to us as a surprise as believers. However, I do want to say that, not however, I mean, in addition to, I want to say that, I think that it's also about your use of social media. So for me, I think I had a really difficult time with trying to exist in this space. And I think, recently the Holy Spirit brought it to my attention the fact that that was because one of my feet were inside and one of my feet were outside. Like, what does that mean? Basically, that means that I was not really completely sold out to Christ, in as much as the intention of my heart was to be sold out to Him completely. But I still was dabbling a little bit in the things of the world. And so obviously it was conflicting and kind of difficult for me to find my space and my ground. But the Holy Spirit basically stressed it into my heart that, or pressed it into my heart rather, that, if you're completely sold out to God, God is not something that you put on and put off. God is something that is your life. God is something that is your identity. He is embedded in who you are. He's your reason. He's your because, your being, and everything that you are. And so everything that I do must flow from that very place. So whether I'm a content creator, whether I am an artist, whether I am a janitor, whether I am a cook, whether I am a whatever it is, wherever it is that I'm working, I am called to represent Christ in that aspect, in that area. I am called to do all things for His glory. I am called to be an ambassador and a representative of Him in the space and in the sphere that He has placed me in this season. I'm not called to wait to get to a particular place or to go to a particular nation, or to all of these things that we think should only be grandiose for us to finally start working for God. He's also calling you to work in the now, in the simple things, in the little things, in your community, in your family, in your friendships, in your relationships. All of these things are places where, are spheres where He has given you the grace to impart His word into the lives of those around you. So Christ is not something you put on and take off. He is He is within you. He is your reason for being. And so everything should flow from that place. So it shouldn't be too difficult. Where it becomes difficult is where we have become lukewarm, simply to say, because if we are completely sold out to Christ, there's no reason why it should be difficult for me to exist in this space. There's no reason why it should be conflicting or confusing for me to exist in this place, because I know who I stand for. I know what I stand for. So every other thing does not influence me. It cannot influence me, because I am not called to be conformed to the standards of the world, but I'm called to be transformed and renewed by God.